What toxic relationship is so bad that it actually has its own saying about that it's the root of all evil? You know what that is? That's money. And our relationship with money is the topic of Zaboys to Men tonight.
You're listening to a Zaboys Media Podcast.
Hey, everybody out there in the internet land. I'm Chris. Over there is the Brainbox from Thornquist.
Hey.
Joining us again tonight is Leo. We are Zaboys. We are Zaboys to Men. And tonight, fellas, or today, or whenever you're listening to it on Acast and all that stuff, we're discussing something that affects anybody listening to this right now. It's 100% of listeners right now have this topic on their mind.
Anybody
It's
and
money.
everybody. Yep.
Everybody. All three of us right now have probably in different ways. Like, raise your hand in your cars if you have some sort of money issue right now of some sort. Of something that it's costing you a lot more money than you think it should, and it's affecting you. I do.
Yeah, I mean, if you don't have $1 billion, you got money issues.
Yeah, no, actually tell them that. Tell them.
Yeah, that's its own money issue, right?
They seem like they think they have money issues even though they have billions. Like, let them know that they ain't got nothing to worry about. It's just us poors compared to them. So yeah, there's probably not a lot of billionaires out there listening to us right now on Acast and Spotify or watching us on YouTube. So the normal working person, especially in this day and age, money is something that affects your daily life. And just the thing that got me like thinking about this as a topic was something happened to me, and this is actually going to affect another episode of Zaboys to Men that we will do. I didn't want to spend $20 on Minecraft for my little girl because I had to say it like a parent. I was like, because I thought it was free, and I was like, ooh, I'm not gonna pay $20 for Minecraft on the PlayStation when you have it two other places, right? So, but I just thought about it. I was like, oh man, I just made an adult money decision that I would not have done like any other time in my life.
I'm sorry. I'm at a loss for words because I completely get it. If you've already got it on 2 devices, why do you need it on a third? Why would I keep buying the same game? Just go play the other device.
Yes.
And I'm with you. I thought Minecraft was free as well. I could have swore I installed that on like Xbox for entirely free.
Apparently
it used to be free.
Yes, I believe so. Now,
inflation.
It is definitely paid for. Well, I think you can get on some things free, but yeah. So that's what got me thinking about it. Is there something recently, guys, that you have not paid for that maybe in a younger mindset you would have went ahead and forked over that money for?
That's a great question. Something that I would not pay for now, but would have as a kid.
Yep.
Man, I'll tell you, my alcohol budget's really gone down. I like in my 20s, it didn't bother me to spend $75 a night going out and drinking. And in my 30s and late 30s at this point, I was mad about buying a $27 bottle of whiskey the other night, and I'm halfway through it going, and I say the other night, let me rephrase that. I bought it 3 weeks ago, but I'm halfway through it, and every time I pour a glass of it, I'm like, oh, this sucks. Like, why am I drinking this? And like, I'll maybe drink half of that drink and then just throw it in the fridge, leave it on the table, pour it down the sink. I don't know. It just, so yeah, I guess drinking would be mine.
I mean, honestly, I am a pretty frugal guy for the most part. And so, I mean, I could think of things that, like, had I had the money I have today when I was a child, that I would have, gone ham on. Like, yes, the local gas stations would not have any candy. It would all be in my house. It's stuff like that. But I think, when it comes to that, I don't have any kids. So I don't have a small hand going, that's shiny, can I have? You know, so, you know, my adult frugalness, if you will, you know, kind of keeps me from being in those situations where I'm like, I shouldn't, because I won't.
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm with you on the frugalness, man. I was raised to be frugal as well, and very much. It's like, I know this weekend I'm about to spend a lot of money, and I'm sitting here thinking like, okay, how am I going to do this? How am I going to handle this? And it's all stuff, like it's all adult stuff, right? It's like getting fence repairs. It's like I need a new mattress. I need to like have someone come out and service the AC. And it's like, I need to buy socks, man. Like I need to buy socks. And I don't even want to do that.
And socks are expensive. Socks are no joke. So going to the store to buy socks and underwear is for, at least for me in my financial situation, I gotta be like, okay, I really need these now. Or I just, because $9-10 for some socks and some underwear is not just an easy thing for me. Like I just can't, because I'm thinking I have them now. Like when am I in need to the point to where I'm going to get them? Usually I decide that based off of laundry days for work. Oh. So if I have, multiple days where I can gather laundry for a while, if I'm, ratting up a couple of pairs of underwear and need to kind of replace, I can let that slide. But if I need daily stuff, yeah, I'll fork over that money. But I hate coming out of Walmart, spending $28 on socks, underwear, and like maybe a drink. It's brutal. I hate it. No, I agree with you.
Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of with you. I don't spend unless I have to. I mean, do I have sock money? Yes. Do I go out and buy socks if I don't need socks? Like, no.
That's sweet
I got
sock money.
Right. I got a sock drawer full of socks. I got an underwear drawer full of underwear. If I guess I'm with you, Chris, not that I let my laundry get too crazy, but if I find myself going like, I did laundry a handful of days ago, I'm low on underwear, it's probably time to get a couple more.
Socks are getting a hole in it or something like that.
Yeah, 1,000%.
Underwear getting a hole in them. An unintended hole in them.
No, fair. I think I have shoes from like 8 years ago that I still wear occasionally.
Dude.
Like they're not in bad shape. They're my shit shoes, but I use them.
Still,
That's another angle on the topic tree right there of money. Shoes are very expensive. Basically, if you want really nice shoes, they're very expensive. As a kid, I knew they were expensive. Yeah. But we shopped at like Famous Footwear too. So like I didn't think they were like super expensive or anything like that. I thought
30,
we were,
$40. 30 or 40 from there.
And then you start thinking about it and you go, yeah, that's, if I'm buying shoes all the time, that could be pretty penny right there just to put stuff on my feet. So yeah, I try not to spend. I have limits on things now that as a kid I never thought about the cost of them, but now like sunglasses, I won't spend more than $5 on a pair of sunglasses because that is something that is an unnecessary spend. Like buying a $25 pair of sunglasses, $80 pair of sunglasses back in the day when the Oakleys were the big thing and all that stuff. It was like, what were we doing? Like the Sunglass Hut should not have been a profitable business because because Dollar Tree exists and I pay $1.50 for sunglasses and they work just as fine, if not better.
I bought a $120 pair of Ray-Bans. I mean, well over a decade ago. I was shopping with some girl I was dating at the time. And, you thought those would look cool on me? Done. I think I lost them within a month. I got a pair of I think $40 sunglasses I've had for 3 years.
Yeah. It's a lot of times the more money we spend on something, we think that we're going to take care of it more. Because I think when we were younger, I know I kind of had that instilled in me that, take care of the more expensive. This thing costs a lot, so take care of it. That sort of thing. Yeah. But I don't think that's really necessarily the case. I think it's more what is attached to you that you should take care of, and that breeds more, I think, fulfillment than trying to say, hey, this thing costs a lot, let me take care of it. Like, what do you like? Like, what is actually something that you care about? Yeah. I saw you. So that look there, you're like, huh? Attached.
Well, yeah. Like, I was like, is that a penis joke? And then I was like, oh no.
I mean, love yourself too. Love yourself. Yeah. That is you. And okay, let's talk about sex.
Mm-hmm.
Sex,
baby,
is a thing. Yeah, it can bleed money. For a lot of people, it bleeds money in different ways. People who love strip clubs, and I guess those like OnlyFans things will bleed your money. That is
just dating. I mean, you have your average married couple. How often do you guys? I mean, there's some exceptions, of course. How often are you guys dating? Kind of spending money, going out and spending $100-$200 on events.
Yeah,
and
doing something nice together.
Right. You go ask someone who's on the prowl trying to find the love of their life every weekend, two nights a week, if not more.
Except this guy.
Nice. Proud of you.
No, actually, I will say, Chris, you mentioned strip clubs, and then we were also talking about dating, and I will say, no, you're absolutely right about the dating thing. My parents do something they call cheap date night, and it's every Friday.
Okay.
And literally, cheap date night consists of they just go get fast food together, eat at the place, and take back roads home and just talk. And I'm like,
that's cute.
Yeah, I'm like, hey, that's great. And that's then super cute. Like I said, Chris, you mentioned strip clubs. The worst I've ever spent at a strip club was about $800 in one night.
Jesus. Was I there that night? Because
no.
Will's bachelor party?
No. Will's bachelor party is actually one of the times I've gotten away without spending that much at a strip club at all.
Right, yeah.
I think that night cost me $150 total, and for everything that went down. But no, I went Easter weekend one time with a buddy.
He is risen.
And I was lonely. His wife had went down to San Antonio for Easter, and he was supposed to drive down the next morning. And I was just like, hey man, we want to go to the strip club? And he's like, yeah, let's go. And
this is your idea?
Yeah, it was my idea. But you see, I was only like, I pulled out like $200, turned one of them into singles, and was like, that's my stopping point. Problem is we ended up with a really fun entertainer who somehow convinced us that if we bought private room show with her, that she could get us like a bottle of whiskey for free, bring another girl back. And we were like, okay, not realizing it was 1:55 in the morning. And we went over there, when they make you sign your credit card, they take a copy of your ID. Mm-hmm. We went back there, did the thing, realized we never got that bottle of whiskey. We were only back there for like 30 minutes or something.
Jesus.
And yeah, they hit us both for about $800. And the next morning when we sobered up, he called me. When I say he called me, I was in the bathtub, when you're just so drunk that you're just like, I don't want to feel anything, so you're like floating in water, arms hanging off the side, trying to sleep. And he calls me, and I go, and he goes, hey, what happened last night? I was like, I don't know, man, we spent a lot of money. He's like, I know. You think I can report that to my bank as like theft, like someone stole my identity? I was like, no, they took our IDs and made copies. We are on camera. You don't think people try that all the time?
100%.
So yeah, sex can drain your money fast.
Yeah. It's
a house can also drain your money fast. To change the subject slightly.
Oh yeah, that so I'm feeling that now as a new home, as owner technically. Yeah, this is lot of money going into the repairs, like you said, Thorny, fixing AC, just a normal upkeep of, the lawn maintenance, making sure we had to buy like, $300 worth of lawn equipment, where we had to fix this fence because we got a new dog. So we had to fix our fence up, and that cost, a little bit of a penny. And we're not even done with that. We're actually haven't even like made the real fence. Which is going to be another couple of $100, and that's just minimal things. And again, stuff that you see as an adult that your parents went through, and I think we probably all had at least a minimal idea of the money going out. A point, like maybe not. It's like, oh yeah, we knew exactly. We knew about money, but we knew that they were spending money. But you don't really realize the impact of one of those bills, if not multiple of those bills, then and when it hits that account and you go, oh, yeah, that's lower. That's a lot lower.
Looking back at it, my parents always said like, oh, we don't have the money for that, or oh, we're broke, and we're on a budget, things like that. And I never understood that as a child, and now as an adult I do, because like you said, you see those bills down, you're like, whew. And keep in mind, like, our parents were getting paid probably less than we are, but that's because of the inflation.
Right.
Like, you got to like think about how much things have inflated. So salaries have gone up. Like,
a little bit. I'm making about as much as my mom made whenever she was starting out teaching. Which, yeah. I mean, she's a teacher, but I'm making about that. So, like,
My mom retired making a little bit more than what I make now.
Right.
So there's a potential that I will pass her. But the wild thing of that is it's like she worked until she was 62. So, you're talking about from 20 to 62, 40 some odd years. And it took her to get that long to get to like not even triple digits. We're still talking 5 numbers, Five placeholders.
And $100,000 20 years ago is like 130, 140 today.
Right.
My numbers are off, kind of deal. But I mean, as far as like quality of living, the nicety of a house, the nicety of a car, clothes, quality of foods, and takes a special budget to be able to afford a lot of what our parents could afford 20 years ago, especially starting out.
As the most recent renter so as the most recent renter here, it's incredibly hard to imagine going back to that life again. Because the idea of renting right now in this world is so scary because of the approval of, you have to make 3 times as much of the rent to get approved for it. Who makes that? There's like that person almost doesn't really exist, because you'll be at your bare minimum of pretty or maximum of what you make most people to get that 3 times as much for most renters.
And then in person last month rent, you want a decent place. You're more than 1 bedroom. You're looking at, and maybe I'm wrong.
No, you're right.
A while, but like, shy of $2,000.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's what I was about to say. I think on average they say that the average rent price right now is like $1,500 for a 1 bedroom.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous. I had a buddy when we were 22 that was renting a 3 bedroom for $1,800, and that was too much for him. So to think that a 1 bedroom's now $1,500, that's insanity. That's wild.
What's someone have a calculator near them? What's 1,800 divided by, what is it, 160?
18.
Oh yeah, we all should, because we have little machines attached to our hips.
1,800 divided by what? 160.
160.
11.25.
So, whatever you make, you have to subtract 11.25 just to rent that place from like your hourly rate.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And
so I mean,
and that means you have to make
wages.
$5,400 a month technically to could be making 3 times more than what you need to rent that place.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And they say you're supposed to spend what 35% on your housing as far as budget
I want to say,
percentage or something like that.
33 now. I think it was 30. Yeah, I think it's supposed
to be
33% that goes into your rent or housing budget, and then your groceries are supposed to be like 10 or 11% or something. I don't know. I've seen the breakdowns. Plus, we got TikTok now where people are constantly putting out information about this kind of stuff and telling you like how to finance and how to budget, and then you're like, what are your credentials? Should I trust this? And then you realize that they're doing budget numbers that most people don't even make.
Right.
And fair. I mean, just on that, 1 bedroom, 1,800 or whatever, you got to make $33 an hour to live that lifestyle comfortably.
Yes. And that is that's a 1 bedroom. That's 1 bedroom in a neighborhood that is
questionable.
Okay. Yeah, Thorny.
Yeah,
You're not wrong. You're not.
$33 an hour times 2080. That's how many hours a 40-hour-a-week work is.
Yep.
We're looking at shy of $70,000. I mean, I think the average American, if you take out like the top 1,000 earners or 100 earners or whatever it is, it's like $45,000.
Yeah. Our combined income at home is, I think, around 80. So
okay.
like we could rent a very shitty apartment if everything failed at this place and we had to sell it, right? But we would be living in there with 5 people, and animals, because that's where we're at as a a world, is that if you're gonna downgrade, you have to downgrade that far. Because right now, if you're blessed to be, let's see, before we get into advice, does anyone have any stories as maybe a kid or now as an adult about just realizing what finances are? Like, what was that come to Jesus meeting that you had with yourself, or maybe even maybe your parents, if you had borrow money from them and they were like, well, this. I know I've had that. That was my thing. I had to borrow money one time, and it was realizing that I would never be able to pay this back. Because if I could pay this back, I would have been making enough money to not have to borrow this money. And I was like, yeah, wow, this is out of my reach. How do I get this to be in my reach? I'm not sure, but yeah, I'm not where I would like to be at this point in time financially. And it really opened my eyes to a lot of spending issues I had and a lot of saving issues I had, but still have kind of those issues, but definitely not as much. But yeah, that was mine, right? Borrowing, $3,000 and being like, I won't be able to pay that back in a while because I don't have the ability to save that plus.
Yeah.
Fair. And maybe I shouldn't say maybe, I was very fortunate in the fact that I had some people in my family that were very financially savvy. Mm-hmm. And so from a very young age, I had it just drilled into me. It's not what you make, it's what you keep. And I have, to some degree, but I mean, don't get me wrong, I splurge. I've done some travel. I've got some nice things.
Right.
But boy, in the back of my mind, I'm going like, do I really need this? Is this an experience I can't live without? You can't take it with you when you go. I get that, but.
Question: do you find yourself spending more on experiences or items? Like when you do splurge, do you find yourself going, okay, this is something I'm going to go do and remember, or something I'm going to have and I can always really kind of look at it?
I think it comes down to planning. If I'm planning something, I am doing some sort of investment buy kind of deal.
Right.
But if I'm in the moment, I'm spending on the experience.
Okay.
Oh man, for me, it's probably the stuff, but it's because it's maintenance stuff. Like I said, it's fence repairs, or it's, the washer's gone bad. I don't want to have to buy another washer in 3 years, so I'm going to go as top of the line as I can afford, and hope to God it lasts me 40 years.
Right.
And that's kind of what I mean by like an investment things.
Yeah.
The new good UAC unit, you'll get the $17,000 one versus the 13, or to your point, the nicest washer that you can afford.
I mean, it ain't even that nice. It's just apparently one of the most dependable ones they've ever made, and so I was like, that'll work.
Even that's like probably what, $13,000 or $1,300.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was. It was $1,300, and that was the mid-tier option. Like, they have one that's higher, but it's $1,700, and then the lower option's just $1,000. But even then, they keep in mind you can go get Whirlpool or Black and Decker or something from Home Depot and Lowe's. If you catch them on a good sale, you might get a unit for $400. You might be able to buy both the washer and dryer for a total of $800 to $1,000. Refrigerators, don't get me started. Jesus.
Oh Lord, yeah. I had to have made in America. I try to do that with a lot of my appliances, and not only finding one, but a deal on it was rough.
Oh God, yeah. So that actually brings me to another little thing about, and this kind of goes into advice. Sales. Sales as a kid, never really thought twice about them. Never if something was a lot cheaper than it seemed like it could be, that was a buy, but I never really thought about like, I need to look for the sale. Is this on sale? Yeah, it would just be, if it happened to be on sale, cool. If it didn't, I was still going to buy it at full price. Do you find yourself looking more for the sales, for the deals, waiting for Prime Day, waiting for Labor Day sales, all, the holiday things? Are you just kind of still, if it's there, it's there. If it's not, it's not?
I think for me, sorry to go first.
No, you're good. You're good.
Since I don't buy a whole lot, when these big sales come through, Prime Day or whatever, I'm going, I've got dry powder. Let me see what I want to buy, kind of deal. And so I'm not necessarily waiting to buy that new laptop till Prime Day, but I haven't really bought anything in a while. If Prime Day, there's a good laptop on sale, like, boom, I'm snagging it.
Yep.
Yeah, no, I'm skeptical of Prime Day personally. I think it's a scam. I've seen too many things that report that like they'll raise the price a month or 2 weeks before Prime Day just so that when they drop it back down, it goes right back to the standard retail price.
You got to buy strictly Costco. That's the answer.
Man, that's I keep hearing that. People keep telling me Costco is the place to be, and I'm like, I ain't buying a membership because I don't need that much stuff in bulk.
I'm gonna give one tip, and then we're done with the show. Go get a Costco membership. That's your answer to everything. I got a family member, and excuse my French, shit in a toilet for like 4 years, decided he didn't like the toilet anymore. Costco took it back, gave him his money back.
Oh my God.
I shit you not. Like a couple months back, I was in there. Some dude was wheeling in like these big old planters full of like dead plants that he was just like, I killed these plants. I want my money back. I guarantee you he got his money back.
Home Depot does that too.
Plants. That's the answer.
That's amazing. That is amazing. And then wholesale is great. Sam's and Costco definitely are two places where if you can afford the membership, it does in the long run save you.
Not a sponsor.
Not a sponsor yet. We'll figure that out.
Yeah. And next level Costco, you can get a Costco credit card. They'll give you 3.5% cash back on all purchases within Costco, which, if you primarily buy your goods from Costco, will pay for your membership and then some at the end of the year.
Oh man, that is a better read than I think Costco could pay for right now.
I'm about to say, Leo, if you ever end up needing another job, Go to Costco. You might be one of the best advertisers and pitchmen for them I've ever met.
I like it. And hot dogs, cheap hot dogs.
That is
and
true.
hot dogs and pizza, awesome. I definitely look for the sale. I am now a sale hunter. And also this comes from working now in grocery and seeing the markdown and the things that they do to mark down, why they mark down stuff and all. I'm okay. When I go to a store, I'm looking for the buy one get one 50% off. I'm looking for the buy one get one free because that's something that is going to be beneficial. Like I say, I'm buying macaroni. If it's a buy one get one free, why not get two? Macaroni doesn't go bad. I'm gonna have to buy it more anyway. Might as well buy the two. That will get me to buy the product more than just a straight sale. Just a straight lower something percent off. Is the buy one get one half off? Buy one get one 25% off. Like let me do the next. I'm already probably gonna buy your product. If I can get the next one a little bit cheaper, I'll buy two. I'm a sucker for that.
The non-perishables, that is great.
Yes.
What I can't stand is whenever the sale is like buy 5 get 1 free, and you're like, what? I need 5 macaronis on one person. So at that point, it doesn't make any sense because it's not a sale anymore. It's like, oh, cool. I'm just spent $30 on macaroni when I only needed to spend 5. But you are right. When it's the non-perishable stuff, if you've got a family to feed, things like that, it is very smart to go after that. You said something that also reminded me. Oh, you're talking about okay. So you mentioned at groceries you're doing it. I will say when I go to a Target, that's the first thing I'll do is I'll walk to the men's section, see what's on clearance, and see if anything jumps out at me because it's like oh yeah, I'll pay $10 for this T-shirt or $15 for this button up since it's on clearance and they have it at my size. And it's like if I walk over to the other part of the section and things are $40 and I'm like, this is Target, man. I'm not spending $40 for a shirt from Target. Like maybe Dillard's, maybe JC Penney's, maybe it's Polo, maybe it's Ralph Lauren. I don't know. Maybe. But then we're just talking name brands. That's the marketing.
Yeah, then we're just paying for the name. Yeah. And absolutely for the name because I was listening to a podcast. I think it was Shut Up a Second. So yeah, we'll plug them and tag them and whatnot. Because I mean, helping podcast, right? But I listened to a podcast, Shut Up a Second, and one of the hosts was talking about a website where they sell like bags and all of these like designer things because it's the factory that's actually making the designs, selling their excess just without the brand on it. Oh, so you're getting basically you're getting the same item or such less, but it's the exact same factory. And that to me has got me away from buying brand name. Not any food. I'll usually still try to buy the brand, especially if I shop at Walmart because there's been a history of recalls of their brand recently. So I try to buy a lot of more higher brand names of food, but clothes, anything like that, accessories, I'll definitely go for the cheaper brand because most likely it might even be the same factory as the more expensive one, except with a different name on it. So yeah, don't pay for a name. That is my first advice right here. Do not pay for a name for clothes. Don't do it. I'm gonna play a little devil's advocate here for you, and especially when you come to like the bags where you're coming out of the factory, it's the exact same bag. They just haven't printed that Louis Vuitton on there. Like, man, that's a steal. You're getting the Louis Vuitton quality. But I mean, when it comes to a shirt or jeans. I think jeans are a good example of something that's meant to be durable. You can go out and buy a cheap pair of jeans, or you can go out and buy you go get a designer that already has holes in it.
jeans.
Right. Yeah. But you go buy a nice pair of jeans. It's probably going to cost you double the amount of a cheaper pair of jeans, but that nice pair of jeans is probably going to last you 4 times the amount. I can't remember who said this story. It's kind of an older one. It was about boots and kind of why poor people have a harder time getting ahead. And then they're talking about how if you have some money, you can go out and buy a quality pair of good leather boots for, $5 or something like this back in the day. And that pair of boots will last you, multiple years. Well, the poor person who does not have $5 at the time can go out and buy a pair of, I'm probably lying here, but the cardboard body, so a much lesser quality shoe, for $1, and it'll last them a season. Mm-hmm. But by the time that rich person or more well off goes through their $5 pair of boots, the poor person has gone through 5 or 10 pairs of shoes at $1 and have ended up spending more money on shoes because they chose the cheaper option initially versus, having the ability to buy that more quality item.
Yeah, things aren't made to last, and even the industry saw that. I mean, the idea was that back in the day, everything, we bought American because it was made to last. And so, you bought a computer for a lot of money because it was supposed to last you for a long time. You bought your cars because they were going to last forever. But then all of a sudden, companies realized if you make something that doesn't wear out, people don't come back and buy it again. They don't need to. So then the next thing that you have is they go, okay, let's pivot. Let's start making things lesser quality. So that way we get returning business. And now you see it everywhere. Things are made, like fast fashion is horrible about that, where you've got shirts and pants and things that are just so cheaply made that you're supposed to wear them for maybe a month and then replace them. And it's wasteful, man.
What's the term for that? There's a term for that kind of like product that degrades much quicker, so you buy the next product. I forgot what that is. It's some sort of like business kind of insider term for companies that do that make products. Like Apple is supposedly notorious for your phone's going to stop working at around this time. Yeah. Because you need to buy the next. It's been 3 generations now. Your phone's going to start acting like crap, mainly because they want you to buy another phone.
There's probably a term for it. My mind can just only think of like product degradation or something. Degradation, degrading.
I think you're right. I just Googled it. Nothing popped up.
I think that might be the term then, actually. I
do want to circle back to that boot thing. Mm-hmm. It was Terry Pratchett from a play he wrote, Men at Arms. It says a man who could afford $50 had a pair of boots that could keep his feet dry in 10 years' time, while the poor man could only afford cheap boots, would spend hundreds of dollars on boots in the same time and would still have wet feet.
Oh, so it's true. I will say, going back to the boot thing, that is something as I've gotten older, I have come to appreciate, is buying higher quality leather shoes because they don't wear out. And like I have a pair of Red Wings that my dad bought when I was 4 or so. And he gave them to me when I was 10 and they were too big for me. Now that I've gotten older, I still wear them. And like I've considered going to Red Wing and being like, hey, can you guys repair these? Because they are so beat up, but they have so much character because of that. And I haven't gone to Red Wing and done that, but I ended up buying a pair of like Thursday boots. Both of these are not a sponsor. And the Thursday boots are holding up really nice, but the only problem with high quality leather shoes is you can't jog in them.
Oh, 100%. They're not meant to.
Yeah, you don't exercise them. So you still have to at least buy one pair of crap shoes that are going to wear out on you in 3 months.
Yeah, cons. Get some good Converse.
Oh, I hated running in cons.
Oh, yeah, fair. Running's horrible.
Bad ankles with cons. Yeah, no good. What's your favorite purchase the past year? What's your favorite purchase of the past year?
Ooh. What do you guys got? I'm still thinking.
Chris, it was your question.
I was like,
I'll say this. My favorite purchase in this past year. Are we talking about just to the beginning of 2026, or do you mean all of 2025 and 2026?
I mean, until now, let's just go. Yeah, because we're halfway through 2026. Yeah, let's just go with 2026.
So this year, my favorite purchase so far has literally just been Dungeon Crawler Carl books. I'm on book 4. They're like, matter of fact, actually, it was so cool.
Have we tagged this? Have we tagged? We've talked about.
We have not. Yeah.
Dungeon Crawler for a bit.
And the first person I've heard great things about that from, if I'm being honest with you.
I had a buddy who literally, he grabbed the first book, threw it at me and said, read this. And I was like, bro, I don't have time to read. And he was like, just make some time and read it. And I cracked it open and I went, damn, this is good. And so I got book 2, book 3. I'm on book 4 now. But like I said, it's been my favorite purchase. And like I said, I was at Barnes & Noble 2 weeks ago, picking up that 4th book. And I was like, God, $35 for a book. That's ridiculous. And I got to the register and they were like, hey, we found a price match for you. We took $7 off. And I was like, ma'am, you are a saint. I almost proposed to that woman for $7.
Okay.
Well, you hear that, ladies?
Yeah. Didn't cost much.
Save me money and show me love. That's all I need.
I think my favorite purchase actually is something I'm staring at right now because it's blowing on me. Is this $25 fan that I bought for the shop? But no. My favorite purchase is actually even smaller than that. It is these insoles for my shoes. I've been having. I work at a grocery store. I'm on my feet all day, walking around all day. I ended up getting a callus on one foot and like a corn on the other. And it was just like, it was brutal. My feet were just getting torn apart. And I spent the money, just got like $20 insoles. And those $20 insoles have saved my life. I still have foot pain because I'm walking 10,000 steps plus a day. Yeah. But it's nowhere near what it was. A lot of that stuff's kind of healed up on my other foot. Like I can feel the difference whenever I wear shoes without it. And I'm like, oh man, yeah, I need to get more of these. And so, yeah, that was a great purchase and something I would not have spent money on at age 28. At 38, I'm like, you know what? Hell yeah. I'll definitely spend $20 in insoles before I spend it on Minecraft.
These are an investment. They make us money.
Gotta save the pics for Thorny, you know?
Yeah. Yep.
There you go. And brings you home in a better mood.
Yeah.
You know, that's a gift for the children.
Yeah. What about you, Leo? What's the thing you're happiest about purchasing the last year?
I'm struggling to give a good example of quality money management buy, but
no, it didn't have policy. That's the thing.
Yeah. No, and fair. So I have an answer, and I'm just no one take this as financial advice. I bought a D&D box digital screen for maps.
Oh,
yeah,
nice.
It's a 42-inch TV and a nice wooden box with an overlay on it. The screen doesn't scratch. And I mean, you get into the amount of hours that you're in these sessions, the amount of sessions. I mean,
did Thorny just come down there?
I think a little bit.
I did. Man, I'm over here just like, oh God.
I'm telling you, you want to come run a campaign at my house, you are welcome to it, or join my campaign. But
my frugal ass made a 1x1 grid paper in Excel that I could print off and use.
So I was doing that for a while, but like the amount of time that I was spending on maps, and I was just like, dear Lord, I got a full-time job and a yard and family and friends. And
time is money. Time is money.
Right. And, so, I mean, I think, that's one of my more favorite purchases. Now, was it a smart purchase?
Yes.
Probably not.
I disagree.
I mean, yeah, and fair.
I think you should spend money on your hobby. I think personally, if something makes you happy and you enjoy it, if you're not going to spend money on anything, you should spend money on your happiness. Like
assuming all bills are paid, you put some money in savings, yada yada.
I agree. Also treat yourself.
I was about to say, to quote the great artist Retta, treat yourself.
Treat yourself. I mean, sometimes I think, especially people who don't make a lot of money and are in situations where, man, one big or one unfrugal purchase can kind of mess them up.
Mm-hmm.
If you can figure out a way to get yourself a little bit of happiness at least one time before the bills start piling up and stuff like that, you need to, because you got to keep yourself sane even when you're struggling. And I think that happens to a lot of people who are struggling with money, is that they become so tight that they don't realize when they actually have the ability to breathe.
Yep.
Or like and it becomes such a struggle and a fight to keep the money that even when they get it, they don't realize it. So they continue not having fun, or they continue not being happy. And then it becomes like to the point to where there are people who have tons of money right now, saved up, doing well, and they're not satisfied and not happy because they're continually trying to fight what maybe they used to be like.
Yeah.
And what the way they used to live.
Or you're so good for 4 or 5 months, 6 months, 3 years or whatever, and you snap and you go on a spending spree, and you take yourself back because you haven't been able to indulge even minorly in such a long time that you snap. I think balance in all things is really the key to find really just a life.
True.
Balance, man.
Very, very, very true.
Any other advice for the humans out there listening to Zaboys to Men? We've been kind of floating around in between advice and personal stories. It's kind of been a free flow.
Yeah,
don't over obligate yourself.
Okay.
I would much rather, if I had $1,000 a month, and let's just say I have my roof over my head and bare minimum food and utilities paid for. I got $1,000 a month, and I have literally nothing else after that. I would much rather pay for every one of my entertainments and my services than at the beginning of the month going, I have to pay this because I've obligated myself. And so I know I personally try very, very hard to not have a new monthly payment on anything. If I can't afford it, I'm waiting and I'm buying it outright. I'm doing my best to reduce my monthly obligations, the money that has to come out.
Yeah, responsible spending.
But I mean, I think I know what you're saying. It's the idea of, let's say you have a certain amount of subscriptions. Subscriptions are like one of the biggest things in this, because because let's say you have 2 subscription services, right? But there's a show that's coming out, and it's coming out. It's not on any of these. You really want to watch it. You go ahead and you get that service. You try to do the free trial. You don't remember to end it. Now you have another monthly bill that you really don't need, that could have been, completely avoided by frugal spending, or just, like kind of planning. If you're going to do the free trial, set some timers for yourself, because that happens to a lot of people. You get the free trial, you don't remember to get rid of it. It goes, and then you don't really think about it, because there's sometimes stuff just comes out of your account when you do auto pay, and you think about it, you go, oh, okay. And you see it, you look at it and you go, $15.99. Dang, that came out. Oh well, and you just go about your day, or I'll cancel it next time, and you don't think about it that way. That's a big thing. Not adding to that monthly expense easy ways to do that are don't sign up for things. Just stop it, guys. Stop it. Stop
that
signing
message
up for
brought to you by this episode's sponsor, Rocket Money. No, I'm kidding. We're not sponsored by Rocket Money, but again, would have been a great ad spot for them.
Yeah, no, amen. Or you go in and there's a TV on sale for $1,000. They'll put it on a store card, and you can pay it off.
Card.
Yeah, you can. Well, that's a different story. It's Costco. You're already getting a fantastic price at a great reasonable rate. Cash back options, and if you decide you don't like the TV, they'll give you your money back. Like it's just
you can pee in it.
You can literally pee in the TV and they'll take it back.
Yeah, I've had someone pee on my TV. It still works.
Oh dear Lord. We got to tell that story off hours.
Oh
yeah, that's an off mic one.
I need to hear that. But I mean,
that's the tomorrow night story.
That you're going to buy that TV and okay, $200 a month, I'm going to pay it off, and $1,000 TV and a handful of months. My wife's closing the door on me. I'm getting too loud. Now she's getting the cat. If you just foregoed that TV for 5 months and went out and bought it cash.
Yeah.
If you found yourself in a predicament, you weren't already obligated $200 a month towards a TV that did you really need? Obviously it'd be awesome to have and you would enjoy it, yada, yada. But I feel like a lot of people, and I was guilty of it, especially, in my mid 20s of that kind of stuff. And at the end of the month, you realize, boy, I don't have all that much because I've somewhat, obligated myself nickel and diming on things. And, it's easier to save when you have a nest egg. Like if you have $100 extra a month and you are saying, I'm going to try to save $2,000. Getting to that first 1,000 is going to be so difficult because it's such a slow, crawl. But if you have that $1,000 and you're trying to save the 2,000, you have that nest egg, you're already building towards it. I just feel like when you have a foundation, it's easier to build off of than creating a foundation. And so if you're over obligating yourself, it's harder to build these nest eggs and to find that momentum, I guess, if you will. Momentum, really. I think it really, when it comes down to it, with anything, working out, being healthy,
I'll piggyback off of that. I'll say if you are in a situation where you're making 1,000 every 2 weeks and money is tight, a good way to, because everybody needs entertainment. But if you don't have the money for entertainment, I would say this: get a library card because they're free. They've got music you can check out. They've got books. They've got DVDs. There's a lot of ways you can entertain yourself for free from the library. Also, check out your the website for your town and see what's going on in the parks, because there's a lot of cities now who put on free concerts or free lessons. Things like that in parks, man. I drove down into Mansfield literally 2 weeks ago and saw a new park and pulled over, and they had a whole sign up for their monthly calendar. And it's like yoga classes, archery classes, swim classes, all just free through the city. And I was like, what? It's like that's awesome.
And rec center prices aren't that bad either. Actually, getting a membership to your local recreation center is not that bad, and it's not a monthly fee. It's basically a one-time thing. I think it's yearly, probably. It's $25 for a year. That's one of those things of kind of, you're not going to add a monthly thing to you. Yeah, that $25 you might miss it at that time, but you won't miss it for all the times you're able to do stuff for very minimal cost, if not no cost.
Yeah,
and I don't want to minimize things. I mean, the world's expensive. The United States is probably the most expensive country, and you're making $1,000 every 2 weeks. I mean, it's hard.
Definitely.
It really is hard. That's the lifestyle for some people. Yeah.
I don't want to minimize that. I mean, that's hats off. I mean, it's it's a struggle. I know I was there at a point in my life.
Well, I was gonna say minimum wage is $7.25 an hour still. That hasn't changed.
No.
Yeah. What's 725 times 2080?
Well, I messed up my calculator.
I got it. It's just shy of 15 grand a year.
Oh Lord, you can't live off that.
You can't. No.
I was trying to see what the minimum wage should be.
It's 18, I think.
Yeah, I think 18 is what everyone's been saying.
Yeah, I know I'm around there, and like I would
go one step further and really say it should be 22, because when you think about taxes coming out of 18, things like that, you're still not making a lot.
Well, about 22 is what ends up kind of being,
for 45 grand a year.
45 grand a year, 22,000. Say if you're sharing rent with somebody and you're sharing a living situation, whatever that situation should be, that's if you're both bringing in 45, that means you guys can live a little bit more comfortably. But if it's like I said, if it's 45 and it's just you, that's still going to be rough.
100%.
It is. Yeah, and we definitely don't want to minimize that. And we know people who are going to listen to this are definitely probably going to be more in that range. You know what I mean? You're our buddies, you're our pals out there. I mean, I have lots of people in the music industry. That's not an industry full of people who are making the big bucks when it comes to, us local musicians out there. Oh my goodness, the finances of independent wrestlers are it's absolutely crazy, because they are, working weekends forever basically, because they have to travel and pay for their own travel, and a lot of times pay for their own stay in these little towns they go into, get paid a little bit, go to the next town, travel themselves. That's a whole weird complete lifestyle of, if you're trying to make that your career, you have to learn how to be frugal and live well below a means and things like that. And so I know people out there who are probably in a lot of different scenarios financially.
So question for you, Chris. I know you played a bunch of shows, you've helped book a bunch of shows.
Yes.
What is the most you have seen from your direct experience a band getting paid for a show?
We think we got 1,300 for So What, which is a big festival.
Yeah.
And how many people were in your band?
5.
Yeah,
I think
5.
that's when y'all were at 5, not 6.
Yeah, no, wait. So 2 guitarists, 1 bassist, singer, drummer. That's 5. Yeah, 5. We're 5. We never had 6. So, well, they had 6 whenever before I was in the band.
Yeah, I was like, at one point I think they did. But.
Yeah.
So I mean, to your point, best night or weekend, $260 a head.
Yeah, exactly. And as a band, we kind of did the math, a very fuzzy math or whatnot. And we about broke even, if not maybe under a couple of hundred for a band over 10 years. Like when it came to what we spent on tours and renting vans and paying for some equipment, merch and stuff like that, and then what came in, we probably broke about even over a decade. That's hard to do, but we made sure, and this is something, if you are in a band, financial advice for people in bands, don't split the money out between you. Make a band fund. Do not divvy that money out between everybody and expect it to come back into the band. That's not how it works, because a lot of times that extra money, if it's in someone else's bank account, it's got to go to stuff that they need. You know what I mean? And that's money they made technically. So why would it go right back into the band? No, make a band fund, have it all collect there. Use your merch fund to split in between the band members. So you buy a certain amount of merch, and everyone puts in their money, right? Their percentage. And then whenever someone leaves the band, they can take their percentage out of the merch fund for what they made. So, if it's whatever percentage, you get that money out no matter what. And that's what comes actually what comes to you if you leave the band. And then when the band breaks up, ends, whatever, that's the money you split as the band. Yeah. And so with all that, we broke about even. Wasn't bad. Wasn't terrible. It was still a struggle, but took a decade.
5 members, everybody throws in $200 to do a $1,000 price tag for a 5,000 shirt run. I think it's only $500 or something.
Right, something like
and
that. Yeah,
like you said, then you mark them up enough to make sure that everybody's making $1 until everyone's paid back, and then all the rest is just profits. And like you said, the band fund is a smart thing. You can almost treat it like a member of the band, where you say, okay, if we're making 1,500 tonight, and there's 4 members of this band, plus we have the band fund, we're going to divide it 5 ways.
And that's how we paid for tour. We paid for 2 different vans, basically, just out of band fund. Like, that's $1,300 for the vans, and we didn't pay out of pocket for it. The only thing we paid out of pocket for was gas and stuff like that. And so that's how you can do it and be successful, even if you're not packing out places and playing to 200, 300 people a night. It doesn't matter, as long as you're using your money right and giving your money a job. So that's going to be my final advice. Give the money that you have a job. If you have extra money, find a way for that money to make you money. That's why I still Uber Eat every now and then. I use the extra money I have for gas so I can make money. And it's helped me out a couple of different times to when, I've been like, man, I'm not working today at the job. So I have, okay, I'll throw in an extra $25 in the tank, fill it up, go Uber, come home with $125.
Yeah.
I basically come home with $100 that day that I wasn't working. And I gave the money that I still had a thing to do, and allowed it to make me money. So if you can do that, try to find a way to give your money a job, and you're going to pay a little bit, but the whole goal is to, if you pay a little bit, for it to come back a little bit more for you.
Sorry about that.
No, smart. I think my final piece of advice, and I know I mentioned it earlier, but I'm telling you, I had someone who harped this phrase at me since I was little. I think about it more often than maybe I should, but it's not what you make, it's what you keep. I just
Is that Dwayne? Is that Dwayne Stefano?
That is a Dwayne Stefano.
Leo.
He would love that you remember that. but yes, I mean, and you can extrapolate that into your own finances and what that means, whether it's $5 or 10 grand extra in your pocket a month. It's not what you make, it's what you keep. There's a lot of people out there making $500,000 a year that are in debt up to their eyeballs.
Oh yeah. I think the more money you have, the easier it starts to get to spend it in really dumb ways, like trying to build ballrooms or buying mega yachts that are larger than the last 3 mega yachts you owned. Dallas Cowboys.
And I mean, and fair, but there's, I think, an element of just keeping up with the Jones, whether you're talking about billionaires making stadiums, but just
just to do so.
Your neighbor gets a new car, you get one. It's just
that is one of those concepts that I absolutely hate. Like the keeping up with the Joneses effect was literally created again so that companies would have you buy more of their products. It was a part of that whole, like, we stopped making things that last forever and started making things that don't last more than 2 years, so that you will constantly keep buying. And then, like you said, it's the look at what your neighbor has. It's part of advertising. Part of advertising is literally like showing you what somebody has and how much fun they are having and how much better than you they are, so that you are like, I want that so I can have that happiness. And then you get it and you realize it doesn't make you any happier.
And it adds a hefty monthly payment to your required expenses.
Yep. Driving a Porsche through the crowded streets of New York at 30 miles per hour is no more fun than driving a beat up jalopy at 30 miles per hour.
So people are looking at me cool.
If you could, out there listening to us, I'm trying to think of the words. I'm trying to think. If you could separate yourself with any funds or anything like that, we might have a way for you to give us money at some point in time. We're developing a Patreon for Zaboys, and so we have plans in the hopper for a bunch of things. And so if you're listening to this right now, you like what we're doing, we're developing a way for you to give $1, $5. We just talked about how expensive things are. How about this? $1 per month to have entertainment? Like, I would pay $1 a month.
Less than one cup of coffee a day.
Less than one cup of coffee a day.
Wow. We're basically giving it away.
Like $5 a month. I would pay $5 a month for even more stuff. I would do that. I would. So yeah, we might do that at some point in time. But if that isn't your vibe and you just want to hang out with us for free, you can find us on YouTube. You can find us on Spotify, Acast, Apple, Amazon. There's a couple of other podcast apps that we're on too.
Spotify.
Like a Dropkick or something like that. It's another one that we're on. You can find Zaboys to Men almost anywhere you listen to podcasts. Just type in Zaboys Media on Google, and all our stuff is there, including me and Leo acting. So if you liked our voices together now, you can see our voices, see our faces in grainy film. And but on that note, this has been Zaboys to Men. I've been Chris. Leo, say hi to the people.
Hey everyone.
Oh wait! No. Actually,
I think it was better.
Yeah, wait. No. We have to plug that at the end of every Zaboys to Men, we do not
plug. Every, but yeah. If anybody has anything they'd like to plug or shout out, go ahead. Make it happen.
Yeah, what have you been doing? What have you been reading? What have you been watching? What have you been playing?
Ooh. I think I did mine middle of the episode.
A Dungeon Carl?
Yeah. Oh, no, I will say this. I'll give a shout out to these guys right here. Good Mythical Morning, Mythical Company. They're a much larger show and entertainers than we are, but so help me God, it would be really cool to work with them. So I'm just going to put that out in the ether and try to manifest it, man. Link and Rhett, please reach out to us if you ever need some loudmouth, poor, low-level content creators to roll in and just be silly with you guys.
Love it.
I would like to tell people that I got a dog. I would like to definitely plug the dog. Love Bernie. Bernie's a very good dog. It's a Australian, maybe it's a golden healer or red healer. Might have some kelpie. Yeah. Thorny thinks it's a skinwalker because it was sitting funny. It's a great dog. We have an end of the world dog. So if things go bad, I have like a dog that will protect the family. And you know what? I am so happy about that. I wasn't ready for a dog yet. I wanted the kids to get a little older before we got a dog. But me and the girlfriend, we were just talking about dogs. And she wasn't ready for it either, but I think the dog was ready for us. So it's here, it's staying, and we got ourselves a good animal. So awesome for Bernie.
And hey, I will say he does look like a great junkyard end of the world type dog, like something you'd get in a Fallout game or something. And
yeah.
I also want to urge anybody who's listening, let us know in the comments what is the most what's the best thing you've spent money on this year.
Like that call to action. Call to action. Leo, anything that you have been doing, watching, playing?
Nothing new. I'm gonna circle back to Costco. Seriously, I mean, it's you want a laptop, you buy a laptop, you realize your tires went on your car. Oh crap! I just spent all my tire money on a laptop. You can take it back and they will give you your money back.
And with the terabyte of porn on there.
Right. Well, delete that first. but yeah, you just, hashtag Costco. Throw us a couple bucks, man. I'll keep talking about shit.
Oh, we love you out there. Internet people out there, we love you. We are Zaboys, Monowea, and stay gold. Bunny boy? What was yours, Thorny? You had something.
Find your safe space. This wasn't a very therapeutic episode. It's probably not necessary.
It wasn't. No, we probably made more people nervous.
So yeah, let's just go with the motto is stay gold, pony boy.
And buy gold.
No, don't buy gold.
Platinum, silver.
Yeah.
That's the long outro.
You would have lost a lot of money if you bought silver 3 months ago.
Thank you for listening to Zaboys to Men, a Zaboys media podcast. If you're going through hard times or struggling with mental or physical stress, please seek out professional help because we are not trained professionals. If you like what you're hearing and want to find more, you can check us out at youtube.com under Zaboys Media Network or on Spotify by searching Zaboys or the Locals Connection. Thank you again for listening, and until next time, find your safe space and stay gold, pony boy.